Hello, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory here today. Episode number 173. It is Monday. I hope you guys are all going to have a lovely week. Best of luck to you for this week. Hope you reach your goals. If you can try and help me reach my goals, you know, I've said this 100 times, or probably 173 times actually, but if you could do me a huge favor and smash the thumbs up button. We are shooting for 5,000 likes, and of course, don't forget that yesterday we did an icon player pick. If you didn't see yesterday's episode, check in the top corner and you can go and check it out. But getting on into the episode, if you haven't already, subscribed as well. That's the only other thing to say. But yes, this is a custom squad, a concept squad that I want to put together. You'll notice that it doesn't have Bruno Perez in it. It doesn't have Diego Carlos in it, or of course Pereira, who was in my squad originally in that 4-5-1 that we had. So obviously going to make a bit of a drastic change to the starting 11 of the squad. Even though we are like 3-0 in the weekend league and things are going well, I did need to. I was trying my very best to make as many coins from the club as possible for whatever we were doing yesterday. But yeah, I can send the rest of those back to the club, and I do need to list up these two players to allow me to buy that Akanji that was in the concept squad. So I could make a tiny bit of money on Bruno Perez, make 4k before tax, means I lose money, that is for sure. And then unfortunately for me, Diego Carlos had slipped a little bit, so we're going to lose 20k before tax, and then obviously a little bit with tax. So not the greatest idea from me, but hey, it is what it is. Hopefully we can get a Kanji and hopefully make, I don't know, maybe we make money on him. So we start off by opening up the reward packs from the Icon player pick, which I completely forgot about because it goes straight into from completing the SBC into the player pick. I forgot that I could come to the store and there would be a couple of packs there. So genuinely didn't even realize that I was going to be getting these. So that's kind of nice. At least we can start today's episode with just a couple of packs, even if they aren't particularly amazing. We'll take a little Osimhen and a Mason Greenwood and stuff. That'll be nice for the club. Any walkouts or any boards? We can get a little board action in the next one, and we are going to get ourselves Austrian centre mid from RB Leipzig. Of course, that is going to be Sabitzer, 83 overall. Quite a well-rounded card. He's obviously had a couple of special items. I think one was a level 30 reward, which we have, and then there was that crazy expensive SBC during Team of the Year. What were they thinking? That one was very, very, very overpriced. A little Champions League board action, but I don't know what that could literally mean anything at this point. So it's just going to be an 80 rated. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. But yeah, it's not an amazing pack to end things off. Who knows? Maybe that bronze Tottenham goalie sells. I'm not too sure. Anyway, Bruno Perez sold fairly quickly. It took a little bit longer for Diego Carlos to sell. And that brings me up to a total of 600,000 coins in the club still, after doing that 1 million coin SBC for the Icon player pick, which I'm not going to lie, I did not expect to have this many coins left over. So I was quite buzzing about that, I'm not going to lie. Ended up picking up this Manuel Akanji, who looks to be an insane centre-back. Cheapest one on the market was 516. I wasn't about to hang around and wait for one that was even cheaper than that. I just thought, you know what, we'll go get it. I've since seen him at 495. I've also seen him at 560. So his price is like all over the place. If and when I come to sell him, I just need to try and get that right at the correct time. So this is the new starting 11. Take a look at that. £0, pennies, dollars, cents, and none of that stuff has been spent on this account. Just my time, of course. But luckily, it's my job, so I can put a lot of time into the series. So, yeah, we've got a monstrous team. A little bit of luck here and there. A lot of luck when it comes to Ronaldo, but I'm going to line up this squad in-game as such. I'm actually going to be playing Kleiber as a right-footed left-back, just because I think he'll do a better job than Kazawa. Kazawa is a player which I absolutely regret doing the SBC for, because I've always tried to play him as that left back option, and his work rates just don't quite work there. He's always so out of position, it's nuts. So decided that we're going to play him as the defensive midfielder with a couple of other centre mids with him as well. Hopefully they can do a bit of the job too. And I'm not going to lie, you probably won't see many clips of it because I'm just showing you the goals from the games. But it transformed him into this, just one of the better players on my team. It was nuts. I actually really enjoyed using Kazawa this weekend. I felt like he was very quick. He's good on the ball. I don't know. He did that Acuna job that we normally have in the CDM role nearly as well as Acuna does it. So yeah, I was pleasantly pleased with how he played. Sure, he made a couple of mistakes here and there. Every single one of my players does, and it's mostly down to me making those mistakes whilst in control of the players. But yeah, I don't know. This whole team felt, I've got to say, this team felt like the most complete, well-rounded squad I've ever had on this game. And even though you'll notice that I leak goals throughout this episode, again, that's just down to me. I actually really rate this Edwin van der Sar in goal after this weekend league's performances anyway. Like, there were a couple of times where I think he actually really did save me. Yes, I'm still going to concede an average of 3 or 4 goals a game. That is just me on this, FIFA 21 is high scoring, right? So it is what it is. But hopefully we can just continue to outscore our opponents and we'll be all good. Like in this game right here, we end up being 5-2 up. Lovely little rainbow flick volley from Team of the Year Ronaldo, and that one was enough. That one pushed him over the edge and we get the rage quit. 5-2, and that is going to be, what is that, just 4-0? Yeah, 4-0. Nice. Haven't gone 4-0 for a few weeks, so I felt that the loss was going to be coming. And then I come up against this. It was mid-Eto, that man of the match, MBABU. We got a prime Petit. I thought this was probably going to be the game where we take the loss. But a little directional nutmeg there from Ronaldo. It might have actually even nutmegged his defender. Maybe, I'm not sure. But it puts me 1-0 up. And then a nice ball down the wing. Alwar is going to try and get to it. Mendy stops it, but passes it straight into El Shaarawy. Just some really nice dribbling from the Italian, and it knocks it into Dybala for the easy, sweaty little tap-in. Good stuff. And then Dybala, I mean, God, I know I said it the other day, but we have to put a lot of respect on Dybala's name for his performances for me and my ultimate team this weekend. I just have disrespected him so much by leaving him on the bench and stuff. He really plays so very well for the team. He does make El Shaarawy look a little bit average, but then also towards the end of this weekend league, when I wasn't actively trying to score with anyone, I was just trying to try and play team football. El Shaarawy and his tight dribbling, his close dribbling, around the edge of the box with when the defenders are there, is also exceptionally good. So, and I have said that before, that he feels like one of the most agile players on the game to me. But yeah, it was. He was a little bit quiet at the start of this weekend, and then has actually grown into the weekend league, I would say. But a 10 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10 for both Dybala and Ronaldo. We get a 5-0 victory in that game, and completely and utterly dominated. So I felt like I was, I don't know, I felt like I was a different person playing this game this time. And that might be just what a good team does for you, when last week we were using a couple of icons which we weren't used to, Davor Schuker, and then Zanetti, a couple of players which, let's face it, had quite good stats and were okay, but when it comes down to it, there's probably a what-if player that's better, or one of the other promos and stuff. So that just, again, that is what it is. There are some icons which don't quite cut it at this stage of the game, but they're still going to cost you a few $100,000 because of their chemistry potential and or the chemistry help. And then obviously there are some people which just, that is their childhood hero, so it keeps the price of certain icons up. It just does, even if they may not be the best player on the game or whatever. So we're 2-1 up in this game, a little bit closer. Things are quite tough, 62 minutes into this game, and we finally make it 3-1. So we get a little bit of a gap between me and my opponent. And from there, I think we end up going and scoring a fourth, don't we? Alwar into Dybala, through to Ronaldo. I mean, that right there that's a pretty much guaranteed goal, I would say, when he's got that much time where he can stop sprinting. and just literally keep his composure, smash it into the back of the net. We're going to be all good. But would this game be anything if it wasn't for an ill-timed lasty offside trap? Oh dear. I mean, yeah, that was poor from me. But right at the end here, look at that. I hit the bar and then I hit the bar again with Kazawa and Dybala. That was kind of nuts. I was hoping I was going to get my 5th goal of the game from that right there, but it wasn't to be. So we take the victory. That is going to be 5-0, 6-0. I can't exactly remember where we're at right now. Let's have a little look. Against the 4-4-2, you know, we'll take it, a 4-2 victory. Loads of opportunities created for both teams, to be fair, that time. So that's going to be 6-0. Definitely haven't been 6-0 for a while. We go on into our next game, and this guy's got some nice players. Actually, some very nice players. And then a few which I didn't think would really get in anyone's team at this stage of the game. And unfortunately for me, this was going to be that game. This was going to be the first loss of our campaign this week. And it's okay, you know, I could tell at half-time that I was getting completely battered. I'd made a couple of opportunities for myself, but not really too much. And my opponent was really, like, solid on possession, creating a lot with the players that he had at his disposal. And then, you know, just a few minutes into second half, he's made it 2-0. And really, there wasn't any coming back from that. Like, right here, I choose the wrong defenders multiple times. But even so, he doesn't sweat it across. He just bangs it into the near post. Not going to lie, would hope for a little bit better from Edwin van der Sar there. But let's face it, I was already 2-0 down. I was already 6-0. Things were going pretty well for me so far. So I'm not going to sit there and complain or worry about it too much. It was just one of those games. I can happily admit when I get beaten by someone that's better than me. And that's exactly what happened in this one right here. So we do end up scoring the penalty. And I did pause it straight away because maybe with like 10 minutes to go, if I really threw the kitchen sink at him, there's a chance that I could get a couple of goals and come back. But unfortunately for me, he runs down 85th minute, gets a goal to just extend his lead up to 4-1. And even though we can run straight through from his kickoff, get really lucky with a couple of challenges and get it into Acuna to score, doesn't make any difference, really, does it, you know? And I think he even makes it. Yeah, he does. He runs straight from his kickoff and ends up whipping it in from Harvey Barnes into Sinclair. That was the player. That's Sinclair. I didn't expect to be in his team at this stage of the game. But to be fair to him, was a solid player. So I lose 5-2. That is our first loss of the weekend league at 6-1. So still not too big of a deal, you know. Very happy the fact that we've only lost one. I just didn't want this to start the losing streak, the spiral of things going wrong for us. So, you know what? The fact that it took like 15, 20 minutes of FIFA to work our first real opportunity here. We do eventually score with Elshar, and that right there is a good example of what I was saying earlier about how good his dribbling is and how he can just sort of like make something out of nothing that other players can't necessarily do. So yeah, nice from him. Unfortunately, my opponent does end up scoring with his Neymar. Difficult to defend against like Kaká, Neymar, Mbappe, and Cristiano Ronaldo, but you know, we've got our own arsenal of strikers up front, haven't we? So as long as we outscore him in the end, we're going to be all good. But 2-1 down at half-time. There's not been many occasions this week that that's happened to me. So I felt like I actually deserved to be in the lead with a little bit more of the opportunities in the game. So wasn't too worried. Was going to go into the second half pretty confident that, you know, with a couple of substitutions, a little bit more pressure added in there, we might end up coming away and earning ourselves some goals. We win a penalty literally 5 minutes into the second half. Dybala slots it home. Don't typically miss with him that often, you know. He's a very solid penalty taker for me and just generally great all round. But it didn't last long. My opponent was able to run down the other end and score again. So we're now back in, well, he's back in pole position and we've got a mountain to climb. Ronaldo does manage to skip past Puyol that one time though. I will say, Puyol, I think it's just prime Puyol, this one. I don't think it was the Moments one. But he was actually really quite solid. So this guy must have been a pretty good defender. Because if you can defend with someone... Yeah, Puyol's probably got fantastic defender stats. But then the pace is really low. The dribbling's really low. It's one of those things where you'd just be better off using Varane. And yeah, I don't know. If you're able to defend like that, then fair play to you. And... GG's as well. So he gets it back to 4-4 with a penalty, but then I think I win myself a penalty here. I don't know how. It looked really soft. But Tobido just knocks Wayne Rooney, and then it's a really good penalty again from Dybala. I decided that time that I wasn't going to bluff. I was just going to go the way that I was looking, because I'd already had one penalty that game, and I didn't know, like... I didn't know what else to do apart from just make my mind up and go that way and hope that he thinks I was going to be bluffing. But yeah, João Felix gets the goal back. Looks like this one is just destined to hit extra time or something, right? Until Ronaldo gets that luck of the draw against Puyol and ends up scoring the goal. 88 minutes, we're 6-5 up. It's looking like we got our last minute winner, baby, which we will absolutely... Oh, wait, no. No, please, no. Dybala. Into Kaka. Oh no. 91st minute. We can see there was a lot of goals in the last 10 minutes there, and this game was very difficult to pick a winner. So it probably was fair that it went to extra time. I can't remember if I really made any changes, if anything there. But 95 minutes on the clock, and we've managed to whip one in with Cristiano Ronaldo. That's all she wrote. We come away with the victory. No more goals were scored, even though I had a few more opportunities afterwards, I guess. I wasn't able to extend my lead and make myself feel a little bit comfortable in extra time. So I had one player pick saved over, so I thought, hey, we'll just open it up at the end of the episode here. And I ended up getting 85 Parejo from it. That's going to help towards either the What If Guaranteed pack or Leroy Fer. I kind of want to do both of them, but we don't have much to work with right now. I've got about 80k in the club and then no fodder, apart from that 85 that we've just got there. So it's going to be tough. I might have to choose between one or the other, the SBC or the Leroy Fer SBC. So yeah, I'll try and figure it out. But Leroy Fer has literally already, like, his Feyenoord have already completed the challenge of getting 6 goals. They won 6-0. So he's guaranteed his upgrade come Wednesday, just as... you know, my Marcelo's guaranteed his upgrade on Wednesday as well. Thank you for those of you that did remind me down below that it wasn't just going to be a couple of days until they upgraded him, but actually it's the next Wednesday or whatever. I appreciate you for doing that. Yeah, that's going to be today's episode. We are now... What are we, 7-1, I think we are. So things are going pretty well for us in the weekend league. It's probably the best start we've had nearly all year. You know, we haven't done many where we've gone only 7 and only one loss. So I'm expecting the downfall to come real soon. But hey, we'll hopefully keep it going and get a nice result. Do me a huge favor of hit the thumbs up button. 5,000 likes is your target for today, ladies and gentlemen. Please smash that support. And of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here. I thank you for that. Come and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below. And I guess the only thing left to do is say I hope you have a great day. Good start to your week. May your good week continue as well. Good luck to you all. And I will catch you tomorrow for a new episode. Peace.